up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, winging it back with a really quick turnaround.
Quick turnaround.
Whew. Never done before. I don't know. Maybe once before, but
Straight after a game?
straight after a game, jumping
Maybe
into a potty.
Maybe a final, and
Yeah.
back in those days when we were
Yep.
good.
When we jeez.
Winning.
When was that again? It feels like such a long time ago.
I think it was when the Civil War was on.
Damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how it fucking feels at the moment, man. But cheers to a Saturday night footy.
Saturday night footy, and like the
night.
song says, grab a beer.
Grab a beer. We're on our pure blonde tonight.
Got a bit of head with me tonight as well. Jesus
Don't know that
Christ.
shit. Yeah, we're on pure blonde, the ultra low carb though. You got to watch those calories. Yeah, so
That's right.
fresh out of the game,
Damn.
we're doing it on a Saturday night through circumstance. Doggo's going away, and then I'm going away.
True.
So we figured we'd get it done now, which means we probably won't be able to do a show about Essendon's episode next week.
Yeah, we
after the
figured there
Essendon
might be
game.
at least one episode missed.
Yeah, there's one episode missed, and then after that, I'm gonna have to do a couple of call-ins because I'm away
Yeah.
at a race. So,
Cool.
yeah, I was actually
Yeah.
really hoping the Eagles were playing over in Brisbane when I was there.
Jeez, that would have been alright.
Because I would have gone, because I've got lots of
Good
downtime.
time, yeah.
But
No, did it too early.
anyway,
Wow.
where do we start,
Um,
man? Where do we start? I mean,
Carlton, gather round, everyone. Gather round. The game that we thought maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of getting that 4 points. So just kick off Minnie's new coaching career, and the boys a bit of spirit, but 70-point smashing, which is once again deja vu, all that stuff.
it's. I don't know. Like, after a while, you've got to start seeing something, and I'm just. At the start of the year, I was optimistic. I could see, I can see what it's trying to do, run it on, play on.
As in the
game
practice
plan.
matches?
Not
or
just even the practice, even just
some-
round
yeah,
one,
okay.
maybe a little bit. You could just see what they're trying to do, but it's like, it's round one, we're getting there, and it's like, we've just gone back to our old ways. Just kick it long. I can just hope the best. Pressure's non-existent. Like, an interesting stat for today, I'm going to bring this one right out of the bat.
Yeah, man.
We had the lowest contested possession count since they've been keeping records of contested possessions.
Fuck, I did not know that. That's a really interesting stat. Okay.
We only got above one. We got 77, and the lowest before that was 78. But we just had the lowest.
Contested possessions.
Oh, shit, possessions.
I'm a few beers in. 275 compared to... No, hang on. Contested possessions. 136 to 77.
Yep.
So you reckon 77 is the lowest
78 was the lowest before
since what? Champion data.
since they've been keeping stats.
That's not
Shit.
good. That is not good. Okay. All right. Wow. What do you say to that? Or that's our midfield just getting smashed once again.
It's yeah. I mean, you look at clearances, it's just nothing. It's
Stoppage
just,
clearances 23 to 13. Centre clearances 17 to 5. Like, we just can't get the ball out of that middle. Every week's the same shit. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, look, possibly there's a big man in the ruck potentially not helping much.
We're going to get onto that.
Which,
we're going to get onto that when we do our rundown. But
Yeah.
contested possession smash, I just watched today so many times. The ball just went kick to cast, passed over there. There's no pressure. In the third quarter, in fairness, Carlton's pressure wasn't great either, but it didn't need to be because they had the ball. So there was at one stage I was watching 10, and I remember I made a note of this so I could remember it for tonight. It was 10 minutes into the third quarter. So you're halfway through the third quarter. Oh, sorry, a little bit over halfway because of stoppage time, blah, blah, blah. But we're over halfway through the third quarter. We only had 4 players with 10 disposals or more.
Halfway through the third quarter.
Halfway through the third quarter. 4.
Okay.
One of those is Ryan Merrick. Now,
Yeah,
Ryan Merrick
kick
as
out of
well,
defence.
though. Kick out of defence. Played on and kick out of defence. And they were missing a lot of
They
shots.
got a lot of behinds, yep.
And they, honestly, that score's flattering to us because they should have buried us with the misses
which
they
is
had.
fuck to think about it.
We had some misses as well. That's fine. So you just trade that off. But that's where... So he had a lot of possessions, but it's inflated because of the kick-ins. And 2 of the players were on 10 and 1 was on 12. And they had 1 player that wasn't above 10. Sorry, 2. One was Harry Mackay, who got KO'd in the first quarter and he was off. And the other one was their, forward pocket guy. And then it was 2 minutes later, he got his 10th disposal. It's just, we can't get the ball. We can't keep it. No pressure. That was
It's unreal.
Today was the other games have been shit. We've been taking on teams that are at the top.
Yeah.
You know, we said, we've played first, second,
Yeah, which was...
And we're like, let's see how we go this weekend. This weekend came, and it's just as bad. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're not beating anyone.
Actually, just as bad. It's crazy, man.
I don't see where our first win's coming from now after that game. And then even tonight, Essendon are beating up Melbourne. Maybe we can beat Melbourne because they're the other team that's not won a game yet.
Yeah. Can't even see that happening as either. Like, yeah.
I mean, like, I'm telling you right now, we're not beating North Melbourne. They took it up to fucking, what's their name today? Who'd they play?
Gold
Coast.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they
kicked away a bit.
Yeah.
But
Oh, that was only right at the end. I watched the game and like North were winning that. Like they were like fucking they looked good. Like,
right.
Like they're gonna beat us. Like sorry, whenever we play North, unless there's a huge turnaround, they're beating us by about 50 points.
Okay.
It's just bad, dude. It's just what are we like?
We surely are right. I've got a couple of notes that I was watching the game that I think should be mentioned. Couple of highlights, which you have to give some sort of highlights. You got to look at some positives during this glim stage we're in at the moment.
And what were two of them?
Okay, yeah, that's right. There probably actually is. Okay, look, so first off the block, first quarter, Oscar Allen. I thought first quarter he was fired up.
He was.
Great. Good tackling, jumping up, grabbing the ball. He actually kicked the goal. Oh, fuck, this is a new Oscar Allen. This is fantastic. This is what we want.
When I saw that, I thought, fuck, we're in for a good game. Let's go.
And then I don't know if I saw him again after that.
Did a couple of things, but again, it's just what he normally does. He wasn't...
Disappeared.
That first quarter was great.
Yep.
But then nothing.
I got Liam Ryan. I think it was the first quarter. He did an unbelievable chase down from like way back and he passed it and then kept on going and then did a wicked tackle or something in the forward line. Yep. Fantastic.
And he did it again in the
third or fourth. Yeah.
No, it was second. It was second or fourth because I went the other way. But yeah, same thing. Like it did this massive rundown on the players,
it was so good
down,
to watch.
just the effort and everything. It's like that's what we bloody need. Like
so good. He was sort of setting the tone early with Oscar Allen, which I thought fantastic. We're on here.
Yeah.
Waterman in that first quarter, he missed 2 goals, which he would usually nail. He was rusty as.
He should normally get
and
them.
One
was in a bit of an angle.
Yeah.
At the over, you forgive that one, but the one dead in front, that's
crazy.
That's shelling peas.
Yeah, man,
dude.
and and it really fucked us to keeping in touch with them because it was like really close.
Mm-hmm.
And another note, I've just got massive holes in defence. It was like the midfielders were just not running back with their midfielders and trying to defend or fill up a hole. It was crazy. Yep. And everyone's just putting their hands up like, what's going on?
Yeah, and not only that, like you heard the commentator say, we had our extra forward up at the stoppage. Mm-hmm. So that means if we bomb it long, we're bombing to an outnumber. But then if we've got the extra number, I'll try English again, extra number up around the stoppage, we should be running it out, but they just didn't. And I never even noticed that extra player at stoppage. Like I never was like, oh yeah, we've got that extra man. That's why we've locked it in, or that's why we've done something. It was just, nope, they just get the ball and they clear it. So our extra man at stoppage just did nothing. I don't know who it was.
Yep.
But
second quarter came along. We still weren't that far off. I've got Graham missed an easy goal after Archer Reed got a goal. So it would have been a nice 2-goal run. He missed one of the easiest goals ever. Pissed me off. Jack Williams tried to either pass or shoot. He was in 2 minds and completely unked it. Dude, would have kept us to like 17 to 15 points.
Yeah, we all talked about it now, mate. Chatted about like what was he doing? Like, just make a choice, kid. Just don't care if you get it wrong. Well, you got it wrong, so it does suck.
He tried to be unselfish, but then he was like, oh, do I kick goal? And just completely fucked it. It was so bad. And then they went straight down, kicked the goal, and it was a 30-point turnaround. It was like,
I'd rather him just make do the unselfish thing, go to overplay in the goal square. But I'd almost sometimes as well just be like, don't be in 2 minds about it. Just go for it. And if you fuck it up, then you can be like, shit, sorry, man, didn't see you opening the goal square there. Rather than just be like, oh, I don't really know what to do. Maybe I'll just kick it over and just do fucking nothing, because that's what it was. And yeah, like you said, other end, fucking hell, it's
these tiny little easy chances and easy fuck ups, I like to call them.
And there was a few goals from in front like that. I think we had
Ryan in the third quarter, he kicked a really good goal, and then he had another opportunity straight after that kick goal, and he just fucked it again.
And always had a shot, and he helicoptered it and missed it, and
always miss. Yeah, I got here always miss in brackets turd. Because I just feel like because he was doing nothing the whole game. I didn't see him at all.
No.
And I was really disappointed. Like I thought he might try and get fired up for his old team, but he was just gone. He was missing, and geez, I don't know what is he doing,
He
man.
bobbed up at one bit in that last
Yeah.
quarter, but
Did a wicked goal on a push-off,
Yeah,
but that was
yeah.
the only thing he's done the whole time.
yeah, and but I mean, like, game's over. Like,
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
Which
yay.
that reminds you of some people that we've had playing for us.
Jetta,
Yeah.
Hill,
Yep.
should have gone.
And in quarter 4, I've just got one little note. I mean, we got blown away at the end. And I just thought, whoa, shit, Hoffy's in the midfield. They're just throwing everything out there. He got put in the centre to try and get a centre clearance with the young guys, Gross and that.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen Hoff in the midfield. And I was like, hey, this is cool. Good on him for trying, but didn't last long.
No, no. It was.
And in the end, it blew out. It just blew out. Like in the last 5-6 minutes, it went bang, bang, bang. And it's like, fucking hell, 70 points. Feels like an
Yeah.
absolute drubbing again.
It's funny. I did have one interesting here, which I saw. I'm not sure if you saw it.
Harley Reid yawning at 3/4 time.
No,
Did you see that?
I did not see that though.
He's like standing at the 50-metre mark, halfback. Camera's right on him. Just
like
yawning.
just before
We're down by like 50 points. Just before the siren goes at like 3/4 time.
to start it, or
Yeah, to start.
yeah.
I'm just like, well, he looks fired up.
Yeah, just a bit bored.
Anyway.
So it was Jack Graham did an interview after the game, and he said, because they're saying, how's your time at West Coast and and it's interesting. He goes, it's a bit of a change for me, and he goes, because at Richmond, I think we had an extra training session where with West Coast you don't, because the travel time comes into it, and
Interesting.
and you've got a day you've got to allow for travel. So it's an interesting thing to think, seeing from a Eastern States perspective there, because they don't travel a lot, so they can get an
especially
extra
a
day.
Richmond team. Fuck yeah,
Yeah,
they hardly
'cause-
ever travelled.
Yeah, so they get more training in where we've got to be like, okay, guys, we've got to have the recovery. Now we've got the travel day. We've got, we
Yep.
don't get to train as much. Plus, you are traveling a lot. And it's good at least that a player he's come across from Richmond, Premiership player and stuff, and he's like, oh shit, West Coast have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And
They're like Collingwood. They get favoured a lot from being an MCG and just
Man, they
away games that are MCG. and-
no, they're away games. They get pissed off if they got to travel to Marvel Stadium,
Right.
200 meters down the road. Go fucking kiss my
Yeah,
ass,
so it is-
seriously.
yeah.
Sorry, and look, and as much as I hate to admit it, Dockers are in the same
Yeah.
page as us. We travel hundreds of thousands of kilometers a year. We got to do it way harder than any other team, and the other teams cry when they've got to have an away game down in Geelong or something,
know.
or And I've said it for ages. I understand a lot of teams are in Melbourne. That's fine. That is what it is. But when you get like a Brisbane versus Collingwood, Brisbane have to go down and play Collingwood. No. If a Melbourne team plays, say if Collingwood only play us once, or Essendon only play the
Yeah, if it's
Dockers
only the
once.
once, yeah.
If it's only the once you play them in the season,
They've got
they
to
should be
fixture it.
fucking traveling
Yeah, that's right.
to give
To make it a little
to
bit
make
fairer.
it just a little bit fairer.
Yeah.
But they'll never do that, and
It's fucking bullshit, isn't it?
And I understand the whole home away thing, but yeah, whatever.
The AFL
it's
will
never
never
gonna-
be fair with the amount of teams based in
It's only
Melbourne.
ever going to be fair if there's one Melbourne team.
Or if they play each other twice in a season,
Yeah, but
right? Because, yeah, kind of. No, hang on. No, because then Melbourne's still playing other Melbourne teams a billion times, yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, unless there's one Melbourne team.
unless
Right.
there's one Melbourne team,
Yeah,
then it's fine.
just called Victoria. And the Victoria, WA, Adelaide, boom, boom, boom.
Yep. But anyway,
Let's try and get a rundown, man.
let's get it. Let's get a rundown. That's-
Jack Graham, top of the, I guess we go by it once again, Supercoach
we go with
scores because it's a
Supercoach 'cause
good
It's
judge.
it's a measure. Well,
good
it's
measurement.
it's
how they
it's dream.
performed.
It is ranked in Dream Team
Oh, there
on
you
that
go.
page. But anyway, Supercoach is how we measure it because that's your impact on the game.
That's right.
Yeah, look, Graham had a good game. Tried really hard. Like
12
you
and
look
8, 20 touches, 5 marks, 9 tackles. That's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, like you look at him and the guy in third, Baker. Like we bought them across, we spent the money on them, and they're the two that are putting their hand up every week to say, "Hey, I'm here for the team,
Mhm.
whatever, coach, whatever." They're the ones that are trying. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what it looks like
and
from
it's,
afar.
and it's pretty sorry state of affairs, unfortunately.
We got Liam Duggan, the cap. I mean, you look at the stat sheet, he's second best in a way, but
I mean,
not really influencing the game as such. He's the defender running it, trying to pick it off, block a hole.
There was
Got
one.
turned around by some young dude now and then. Like
There was one where he got caught for holding the ball because he didn't want to go on
That's
his
right.
right foot, and he tried to get
That's
back on his
right.
left, and he just got nailed. And it's like, you don't have to be perfect on your other foot, but you've got to know how to use it in that level. And there was one time when he was playing halfback in the last quarter, he could have giving it off, but he didn't, and then he waited and then hacked it out and then intercept marked, and it's like, yeah, he's not having a great season.
They're really not the best captains. I mean,
they're chosen by the players.
we've got to look at the previous captains, right? We go
Hearn, Glass,
So what is it? Hearn, which was a long time for Herney. Glassy had it quite a long time.
Boots,
He took it over. Bootsy.
Shui.
Was he a captain for maybe a couple of years?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, he was the last captain, yeah. He took it over from Hearn. So he was only there for like 2 or 3 years as captain.
Yeah, so...
And then before that...
They were leaders. Oh, who was before that, man?
Cuz and Judd.
Cuz, yep, Judd, yep.
I mean,
like they're all top players and
top
influential
players
players
and would try so fucking hard, and that would make a difference.
Yeah, look, he's not having a good season, so, I mean, yeah. Marek, again, 21 disposals, but he's...
Just cleaning up in the defense.
His stats are inflated by, like, you had to look, like Carlton kicked 19 behinds. Now, he didn't take all the kick-ins, but he probably took about 15 of those.
Probably half.
Minimum.
Yeah,
minimum. Half.
Yeah.
So maybe probably even 13,
more.
14. So a few of those stats there are inflated because of that kick-in. It's still, look, he gets it and he uses it well. He usually picks a target, so can't fault him, but, you know, not influential.
I think he's good. I think he's doing well, though. He's doing well.
He's really shone in that back line.
Grossi continues to impress me.
We like our Grossi.
I do. He's going to be getting picked up from a few Supercoach people this week, I would say.
He's only like 99 grand or something, isn't he?
Second game. He's about to skyrocket.
Check him.
And he's going to keep playing. You got no doubt about that unless he gets injured. So
yeah, I don't see how I don't see how he drops out before other people. And if he does, I'd be disappointed.
Yeah, fuck.
I'd be disappointed.
He's locked in, man, and he looks good. I reckon it's great to see Gross. He's what excites me. He's just a player that excites me to watch the game still. Like, even if I know we're going to get drilled, just watching those young guys is awesome.
Have a go, yeah. And we've got Jake the Snake. Look, first game back.
Rusty. 12 marks.
Fuck, he plucks some marks, eh? He's got a good set of fucking hands, eh?
Yeah, and like we said, he just missed some crucial opportunities.
And look, he's coming back from that, you know, calf-related injury from his back, and like when he took that mark in front when he missed that goal, he got crunched into it, and so you just wonder, he was like, oh, you know, did it fucking just, you know, felt a little bit. I'm sure he's fine because he played the whole game out, obviously, but like, you know, fucking it didn't help.
Cripper kicked the goal again.
That was a great goal on the run.
It was
such a good goal. Look, Cripps, he's in my mind, if he's not leading the MVP votes for the moment for the Eagles, really? I don't know who he is. Like every game,
that's a good question, actually. Yeah.
Every game, he puts his heart in. He gets his goal. I think he's got a minimum of 1 goal per match so far, and he's always trying hard. He's always putting the pressure on. He's the guy I notice every week.
Yeah. Okay.
Him, maybe Graham or Baker.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. I mean, how fucked is that? Graham and Baker, the 2 guys we bring in, are probably up there in the top 3.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Harley Reid, showed a bit off halfback again. I've got to...
Play better today, but look, he's...
enjoying a bit of freedom, getting possessions. Look, I got a funny feeling the holes that I kept seeing in that 50-metre arc was potentially him because he's playing way off his man and his defensive mind, I don't think, is really there to run back and plug a hole, and I just don't think he does that stuff, man.
Like, I mean... It's
hard to tell, I guess, but...
It is, but like... As bad as it is to say, right now he's going. Why? No, like I want him to stay, but seriously, what incentive does he have to stay? Coming to the ground every week, having to travel every second week to get belted by 80 points. Seriously, what's
no incentive?
There's no incentive to stay at the moment unless it turns around really quick. He's gone now. Like I was.
Unless he just wants a wicked challenge, you know. Like honestly,
that's a challenge.
He could still go to 25, 26, free agent, and then.
He might.
And then go to a wicked club.
He might, but I mean, at the moment, he's gone. So, yeah, look, he's last 2 weeks have been good, but we still need to see more. Liam Ryan, look, great game from him. First game back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, shows his class, doesn't he?
He's just, you know, reminds me of Ruapunda, not just because of heritage, but like just the skills. Just like we've said it before, the Aboriginal players, their skills are just like. Yeah. You know, remember the ball's in the wet in a rainy game. Everyone's swamming around. He just walks through, and all of a sudden he walks out the pack, just trotting away with the ball. They've just got skills, and he emphasizes that. He just is smooth. So like when he's on, and it's great.
Smooth criminal.
Yep.
Ruben Jinby, I think he,
Bit
tried
down.
hard, but yeah, he
Yeah.
was a bit
Bit
down.
down
and
today, but I mean that's every player.
I don't know. He was playing on, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah,
it's pretty sad,
it
man.
was- yeah.
Jaden Hunt, he was pretty quiet, even 16
I
touches,
mean, he
but
still got a lot of touches, but yeah, they weren't big touches.
not influential at all. No
No.
impact, really.
Hutch copped a hit to the ribs in a
Yep.
tackle on the wing. Was it the rib? I'm not sure. He got the wind knocked out of him,
Mhm.
and yeah, first game back since the injury in the first.
Yep.
Um,
Relatively
game,
quiet.
So
I liked, I
Quiet,
think he
but-
might have been mounting up on Paddy Cripps.
no,
Um,
we're going to get to that player who was. He's down the bottom.
Rightio. I was
Yeah.
wrong. I just remember seeing them having a good little tussle. And
They had a little tussle, but because they talked about another player and they said that's his partner that he's running with. Yeah,
Okay.
but anyway, or maybe he was, but this player was running with Hewitt. I don't know, but yeah, but look, he did okay. Oscar Allen, we've already touched on.
Yep.
Look, 8 disposals and a goal. Very
Yeah,
quiet after
disappeared,
quarter
yeah.
time, but
Harry Edwards tried, but look, I don't know. I've had so much high hopes for Harry. Oh, Harry. But
I mean, 9 disposals, a couple of intercept marks. All he's got to do is just like. I mean, the thing is, he's never going to be a Barassa or a McGovern. Those two guys are just.
I just had high hopes that he would,
Yeah,
he would take over the
look,
mantle.
he's not going to do it in 2 games, so we've got to give him a bit of time.
I know.
So he'll get there, I'm sure. Hoffy does his job every week. Also copped a hit.
Tried hard, but it was a bit more quieter than usual.
Yeah.
Bailey Williams.
All right,
You loading up?
loading up, doggo.
All right, here we go, guys. Bailey Williams.
This guy gets another fucking game over Flynn. I may not watch the Eagles again because seriously, he was on 1 super coach point at halfway through the third quarter, and like there was a couple times where he got the tap and it's great, but it wasn't 21. He just
no one.
he jumped up and he's like whack. No, it's not like
I see him had clear as day, double-handed tap, and he had the ruckman was behind him, and he went straight down to a Carlton player. I was like, "What's the fucking point?"
Yeah, it like no hit outs to advantage. That's why his score is so low. And like even on the centre bounce ones, like he's got great athleticism. Like
Yeah, he does.
DeKoning's quite athletic, and he was getting above DeKoning. I'm like wicked, but it wasn't to anyone. It was just like I'm going to win this hit out, so I'm just going to whack it as hard as I can forward. And we never, I don't think I remember watching. I don't think we got one pickup off that caused us to go forward.
Yeah.
It was just got the tap forward. That's wicked, and then just did nothing. He just did nothing. We touched on last week in our last show on the waffle about Petruccelli, how he should maybe get a game because 5 goals, whatever disposal, that stuff. We actually missed Flynn, who last week in the waffle got 51 hitouts, 20 disposals, 7 inside 50s, and 2 goals, and he couldn't get a game. And let's not forget,
He
Witz's
apparently did really well this weekend as
and
well.
this weekend, 49 hitouts and another 20 disposals. I don't know how many goals he got, but it's like, I'm sorry, why do we have him? If you're just going to play Williams, who, it's not like, say, at Melbourne when you've got like a Van Rooyen pinch hitting for the ruck, which is basically what Williams is, and then when Gawn's fit, oh no, you don't bring him back in. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
when your main ruck is fit, you bring him back in, but we
He
just got
must
this.
have.
We just said, what is he screwed up with some coach or something?
Yeah.
Because
The first. Well, he got dropped after that first
he
game.
got dropped first, and let's not forget, Witz has taken down Gawn. He's
Yeah,
taken down
Witz.
Jerry. He's taken down. I think they've played St Kilda. I'm not sure, but like Witz has taken down. He's probably one of the top rucks in the game at the moment. Yes, he got his colours very low in that game, but Flynn had also not played in near on a year because of his injury, and he's been doing good in the waffle. Like Williams, when we brought Williams back in, it's not like all of a sudden, oh, we're winning all the centre clearances. We're winning. Like he didn't improve us. He just came in and did his job like he normally does as a pinch hit ruckman. He is not improving us. He's not a ruckman, and that'll also tie into my bonehead plays of the dickhead comments of the week. So many people are, oh, Williams does so much better. Sorry, he doesn't. He is shit.
I know.
He is
It's
not
such a divisive.
He is. Let me take that back. He's not shit, but he's not a ruckman.
Yeah.
And Flynn is. So play Flynn with Williams as a pinch hit. I'd rather that. Otherwise, what's the point of having Flynn?
Yeah.
Or if we're not going to do it, go to the next draft and get a goddamn ruckman.
Yep.
Just go get a ruckman and play Williams wherever you want after
People
that.
are just looking at Williams with his like tenacity and effort. Like you can see he's like, he really does try.
He tries.
But he's super unk, and whatever he does is terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And like People will, comment, oh, we're a bit harsh and stuff, but he got 12 Supercoach points in an entire game. Now, in Supercoach, for those that don't play it, you have Dream Team and Supercoach. Dream Team just rewards, I got a ball and I got a handball. It doesn't matter where it went to. I could have handballed it to my opposition player. I could have handballed it out of bounds. Could have kicked it out in the full. It just rates you as I got a touch. So it gives you a point. Whereas Supercoach is like, oh, you got the ball, but you turned it over to the other team and they scored a goal from it. That's not very good from a game point of view.
Yeah.
So you get negative points. So if your Supercoach is way less than your Dream Team, you've done pretty bad. He had 40-odd Dream Team and like 12 Supercoach. And the average ruckman is usually... all the decent ruckmen are scoring 100 plus.
Yep.
And he's nowhere near their level. And he's not a ruckman, but then put your ruckman in the game, which is why we got Flynn. Like
Well said.
Yeah, if Flynn does not get a game next week, then he's done something.
He's done something really bad.
He's done something
that
bad
hasn't come out.
Because you can't have 2 games. Now, this is his second game in a row like that.
Yeah.
Where he's obviously hitting back some form. Yes, he's in the waffle and he's playing a whole bunch of chumps, but he's going to be better than Williams. Sorry, he is.
Well said, mate. Well said.
That's my cry for the week.
I love it. Matthew Owies.
Yeah, we
touched
on him.
Disappeared, did fuck all, to be honest. He
didn't do much. And we even talked...
He's got to get dropped for sure. It has to get dropped.
Remember when we talked about the ins and outs?
Yeah.
We thought he might be one. And they did drop long. They did drop...
Yeah.
Actually, remember we said they dropped two out of Brockman, Owies,
That's
and
right.
Long.
Yep.
And they dropped Brockman and Long. So
Yep.
they did do that, but...
I think it's Owies' turn. I don't know how Brockman and Long did, but definitely Owies' turn, man. Sandy Brock tried hard.
Yeah.
Did Kerner, he was on, right? Any Kerner kicked a few?
He was on... No, he was on Mackay.
Oh, Mackay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
then Mackay got injured.
Yeah.
So he probably went on to Fogarty.
Okay.
And Fogarty didn't do much, but look, it's his second game. He
Did okay. I think you just got to persist with him.
You just got to persist with him until Gov comes back. He stays in.
That's
my
right.
line, and
Yep.
Gov is still a couple of weeks away.
Yep. Clay Hall, the midfielder, the young midfielder.
So this is what
this is
what
the interesting one.
this
Was
is
he
what I
the
was
one
gonna
on
talk about
Paddy Cripps?
before.
Was he?
Because they were talking about Clay Hoare and like he'd gotten disposal, he'd done something, and they were like, oh, he did something. And they said, oh yeah, and that's the man he's following around. And I'm like, that's interesting. Is Hoare playing a tagging role? Because his first quarter was fucking great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He had a really good first quarter, and all of a sudden he just disappeared a little bit. And then they brought up about the tag, and I'm like, oh, is he tagging someone?
Maybe they chucked him on
So
later.
maybe they chucked him as a run with play, because Cripps did play forward quite a bit at the end. So maybe
Yeah.
you're right, he was on Cripps. But yeah, it was just, I don't know, but his first 2 games, he was good. He was laying tackles. He got the ball a bit. I don't want to see him as a tagger. No.
I don't know. They probably need a tagger shutdown player in a way, don't they?
Maybe.
We've never had one in fucking ages.
We haven't had one in ages, pretty much as Hutch, but we're a team that's learning stuff. Let's learn to actually get the ball and get it forward first before we learn how to shut down the other players, because even if you was doing a shutdown role, Cripps still kicked 3 goals and did a whole bunch. You didn't do your role. So I'd rather I wouldn't worry about tagging. I just would try and get whatever our game plan is. Let's get that in, learn that first. Then we can learn to shut down the opposition. Because if we can't do what we want to do, it doesn't matter what the opposition's going to do, because they're beating us anyway.
Well, that's the thing.
And
we
what's the
never
point?
know.
And what's the point in shutting down one player when every other player in that team is just dominating us anyway?
Well, we never know. That could be part of a game plan. Okay, Clay Hall, you got to go to Paddy Cripps. You're starting to fire up. It could be part of it. We don't know.
We don't, and that's always been a thing. And they talk, even the commentators talk about that. It's like, okay, yeah, your role, go do that, shut down that player. But you see that with teams that are usually on top of the game. Like, I'm going to look, for instance, like a Hawthorn. They've got a McGuinness, and it's like, when they're playing Brisbane, it's like, go shut down fucking Lachie Neale.
Yep.
And Lachie Neale's got 0 influence, but the rest of the Hawthorn team is good, where it's like, hey, Clay Hall, go shut down that player. Cool, you did that. We still lost by 70, but well done for you. It's like, what's the point if we're going to get beaten up every week, let the player at least try and go get the ball and influence our game rather than stop the other team's game. It's, Richmond, they're a developing team. They don't tag. Melbourne, they don't tag.
Yep.
Don't tag until we're actually good. Then we can,
stop their best
stop
players.
there. Yeah, I just don't. I think it's pointless when we're rebuilding, I say.
Yeah, fair enough. Archer Reed showed a little bit again, but only 5 touches, got a goal.
5 touches, gives you.
Still shows when he presents and gets it, so I like him.
Yeah, the ball's not down there much. I don't know what the inside 50 count was, but I'm assuming it was pretty shit.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I think it was like we had 12 inside 50s.
Well, I hope we had more than that, because we had 20 scoring shots. So.
Yeah, I thought I saw 12. Maybe not. Yeah, it has to be way more then.
Yeah.
Inside 50s. Oh, there you go. 73-35.
Yeah, I mean, that's over half. Like, so he's not seeing a lot of the ball, unfortunately.
Tyrell Dewar, time for a spell. I think he's just
sorry.
fucking up heaps now. Go ahead.
Sorry, no, when you were talking about Reid, and we were talking about Reid, and just before that was Cripps, and I remembered over one point I want to put in, talking about a ruckman.
Mm-hmm.
It was in Richmond's forward half. Cripps was forward. He took the ruck against Williams, and he just monstered him out of the way and took it out the ruck and almost kicked the goal.
Wow.
And that's where, Cripps is
a tall guy.
Cripps is a tall boy. He's a big boy, but he's not moving a proper ruckman out the way.
Yeah, that's right.
So Williams just got toyed by, and Cripps Cripps is a big midfielder, but still. Tyler Dewar, he needs a rest. We said it last week.
100%, man.
We said it last week. He needs a rest, and he was quiet again today. He didn't do much.
Yeah, he's struggling. He's really struggling. Hamish Davis, the sub
second week.
Not a few touches, but
came off. What do you
it's
do?
hard to judge those guys. It's really hard to judge them. You need a full game in him.
Yeah, you come on, and you halfway through the third quarter when we're getting belted. And I saw him a couple of times. He ran, he got a couple of smothers, and he chased on that stuff.
He looks confident. He doesn't look like he's overwrought by the situation.
But when the rest of the team's already half given up because they're getting belted, and you come on, you're like, yeah, let's go, boys, and stuff, and they're like, we're losing and stuff.
Yeah,
whereas his
not much you can
try.
do.
So no judgment on him. And
Jack Williams struggled a bit, but look at that. It shows you like 3 possessions.
Yeah.
What 3 possessions did he have that made him get a 40 Supercoach score?
How many tackles did he get?
Wow, what? 7 tackles.
Tackles are big in Supercoach. They're 4 points guaranteed no matter what.
Sorry, I read that wrong. 0 tackles. 7 hitouts. Backup ruckman. Does that give you that? I mean, unless they were to advantage. But
if they were to advantage, maybe, yeah.
If every one of them maybe was. I mean, that's 40 points for 3 possessions. Maybe one of them turned into a goal.
And he kicked one behind. And it's an ineffective kick.
Really?
So, yep.
Jeez, there you go.
Well, you could go.
That's a weird score, but anyway.
Anyway.
The rundown of Shitsville.
It was, look, it's...
Oh yeah, I don't see where we go from here, man. Like, honestly, don't. It's a joke. I've never seen the Eagles so bad. We dropped. What a shit team.
I mean, like, a whole heap of controversy came out. With Kelly being dropped, everyone's like, ooh, and everyone was like, oh, made a statement, let's go.
Yep.
And look, Kelly went back to the waffle and he got 20 disposals. No offense. If you're the player of caliber that you want to be and you go back to the waffle, you're getting 35, 38 disposals.
Probably on 700,000-800,000.
Yeah, you're not going back to the waffle and getting...
Versing a waffle dude on about...
$10.
I don't know, like 20 grand.
Earns more flipping burgers probably somewhere.
Seriously, yeah.
Yeah, like if you're Tim Kelly and you're the premier
midfield in
that team,
pushing 30.
Your benchmark is 30.
I know.
Your benchmark is 30, and they're 30 good disposals as well.
Yeah.
I don't know his full stats. We had it in our chat, but I didn't think
that was funny because I read that what's his name, that Greg Clark tagged him.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, eh? Like I reckon he would have had a bit of a beef on him.
Oh, probably, yeah. Because
fuck this, I'm going to shut this guy down.
Clark, he was,
didn't really get an opportunity.
Never got a chance with us. No. But yeah, like, and it's strange, because we come back to next week and it's like, does Kelly come back in? 20 disposals in a waffle game?
Probably.
He probably will. He doesn't deserve it, but he probably will. But 20 disposal game in a waffle game, we dropped you back there to find form, not just do exactly what you were doing in the Eagles team.
Yep. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Talk about ins and outs in a second, I guess. But
we'll do let's do our favourite segments.
Which
you can choose which one we do first.
Here we go.
Sky high petrol prices. Petrol prices are turning the tide.
Now, Fuel Watch. Perth's petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
Yes, Jack Petricelli, who last week we did mention had a great game, but I think this week he was quiet again. Which is just his up and down career.
That's his career.
Yeah.
We thought, we were talking about the ins and outs, and we thought, look, we talked about rewarding effort and recognizing doing well. And he got whatever it was, the 5 goals, and I forget how many disposals, but he did well in the waffle. And you're like, well, all of our other forwards, Long, Brockman, Owies, and all that, with the exception of Cripps and Ryan, all of our other small forwards are doing fuck all. So you're like, okay, maybe he comes back.
If he had backed it up, he'd probably be in next week, I would say.
Yeah, but the fact that he just went back in and did what he's always done, it's like
9 possessions and stuff also.
Yeah, that's what you get with Petricelli. He's
no more petrol.
I don't. The fact that he did have a good game and doesn't get back in, I don't think he comes back in.
Probably
unless-
not, man. Probably not. Unless miracle happens.
Yep. Oh, let's do it. Push your buttons.
Do you have any?
Yeah. 10 years.
Dickhead social media comment of the week. Okay. Do you have any?
I did have one. Now I got to remember what it was.
Well, mine's only about that. When I was messaging you earlier, I poke a needle a little bit with the Flag Mantle Facebook page. He's got like 20,000 followers. Fuck, that guy's got a lot of time on his hands. If he does end up watching this, because he gave me a little shot there.
You did? You poked him?
He's got way too much time on his hands. He posts 1 billion times a day and creates videos and highlights. So one of the highlight reels he did of his Murphy Reed.
Murphy Reed.
And he's a good little young player.
First
He's got
couple
some
of
good
games,
skills.
he started well. Yeah.
And he did this whole highlight package. He said, this guy's way better than that $2 million flog Harley Reid. And so I just said, what the fuck? This is garbage, man. Harley Reid's got way more highlights than your fucking garbage dude, whatever it is. And then bang, billion Flag Mantle supporters jumped on me and started ripping into me and how shit we are. And Harley Reid's the fucking Timu and all this stuff. And like, fucking hell. It was just funny. A little bit of a poke and they always get, start firing up.
I mean, look.
I always laugh watching and looking at the comments of the Flag Mantle. All these fucking Freo supporters, how they love their Freo Dockers and we're the best and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I just sit back as an Eagles supporter. I sit back and I drink my drink and I just go, mate, I don't need to really say anything because there's only one thing you really got to say. Like, you're shit. You've never won anything. The most unsuccessful professional sports team in the world.
And that's actually not a rip. That's actually a fact. It's
crazy.
It's changed now, but
Is
back
it?
before they made finals, they
Okay.
were, because we had a competition that only had 16 teams in it. This was before Gold Coast and the GWS expansions. We only had 16 teams in the comp. Of that competition, half made finals. And they had only made finals once in 17 years of the game. And it's like, sorry, by those numbers, percentages, and all the mathematics worked out, it was like they are the most unsuccessful club. Since then, they've made finals, they've made a grand final, they've done stuff. So they're now not anymore. But the fact that they still haven't won a premiership, they're not doing great.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they talk about Murphy Reid, and look, he's had a good little start to his career.
Yeah.
That game they got smashed by Geelong, kicked 4 goals in 4 minutes, and that was a great little run.
Yeah.
Last couple of games he played, the one against us and the week before that, he had some, high possessions, couple of goals. He's actually doing good. But I mean, he's trying to compare him to Harley Reid. It is absolute fact. If Harley Reid did get suspended, he wins the Rising Star. And it wasn't even close.
That's right.
And even then, the next person that could have won it also got suspended. The guy that won the Rising Star, Ollie Dempsey.
Yeah, like third best.
Good little player, but wasn't even a competition. Everyone was like, it's out of Darcy and it's out of Reid, and it's not even close between those guys. So, yeah, look, you can argue about that. Look, my dickhead comment of the week, it was, I forget what it was. Now, shit, I should have written it down. I should have taken a screenshot, but it was just something just so. I just looked at it.
It was so bad you can't remember.
It was so bad. I think I purged it from
Yeah.
my memory, dude. Because it's just dumb shit where, it was another one of those where they were like, rose-colored spectacles.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's what it was.
How can you hate our team? Be a supporter.
No, I remember it now. It was literally someone commented and they were like, "Oh, the umpires are against us today," and I'm like, "Oh, come!" Like, it took all my effort not to reply to that and be like, "If you think,"
but they're not probably serious.
No,
man,
no.
like,
no, it was, dude. They were like, "Oh, did you see some of those calls, umpires? They were horrible." Umpires get shit wrong all the time, but they do not cost us losing games by over 10 goals weekly.
Yeah.
And we are actually the most disparatively freaking out this year. Like,
Wow.
we've got,
Fours and against,
Fours against. We're the worst. We've
Wow.
gotten the most free kicks against us, so we have a little bit of right to be a little bit angry, but they're not changing the game for us. It's not like, oh shit, if we got that free kick on the second quarter, we wouldn't have lost by 70. Come on. Like, seriously. It's not changing it that much.
That's right. No, we're not blaming umpires this season. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's shall we move on?
I don't want to stick around with that. So yeah, let's move on.
Fucking hell. Move on to some more doom and gloom, I guess, because round 6 is the next round. And we are versing Essendon.
Yeah, well, I did have hopes for this game, but
On Friday night, wicked.
Yeah, we've got a Good Friday match.
Okay, cool.
It's a Good Friday match. I was going to see if you wanted to go, but you're away.
I am. Yeah.
Yes, because I was scouting tickets.
Okay.
But yeah, I did have.
There'll be plenty there.
Yeah,
They won't be sold out.
I mean, like I did have somewhat hopes, but now that I'm looking at it, like Essendon are currently beating Melbourne by 20 points halfway through the start of the fourth quarter. So, like, yeah, like.
You know, back in the day, we'd be like, Eagles are at home. Fuck yeah, 30, 40 point win.
Yep, I thought this was going to be a match we could lock in, and I just.
Who knows now? It's just so shit.
We're
so deflated. We wanted to show something in that game, just show that there was potential.
And that's it. And you're right there because it was like 2 unbeaten teams. Sorry, 2 teams that hadn't won a game.
That's right, I gotcha.
The other way around. 2 teams that hadn't won a game. We've been playing all these teams that
Higher
are going to be
teams,
top 4. So, okay, let's play someone around our level. And if that's someone around our level, and let's face it, they lost Mackay. Kerner had been out of form.
Yeah.
Cripps didn't really have a big impact until the last quarter. We
Yep.
kicked those few goals. And they still walloped us. Yes, we are a young team. Yes, we had lots of young kids and we didn't have a lot of experience. But
Yeah, Walsh and Hewitt in the midfield. Again, the midfield just fucking destroys us, man, all the time.
we just lose our
All the
clearances.
time.
Yeah, like we've not won a midfield battle. I don't reckon we've come halfway close to winning a
Yeah.
midfield battle this year. I couldn't. The Brisbane game we showed a little bit of heart, but then we were beaten towards the end.
Yeah.
But every other game we're just getting whacked.
And Essendon midfield, they got Merritt and whatever. Who
Merritt,
else?
Durham,
They got
Shields.
decent midfield, yeah.
Like they can like Cordwell should be back from injury. Like I just don't see like
We're fucked.
yeah.
Until Yowie comes back, that's when we'll start putting up a bit of a yelp. You know what
But
I mean?
it's sort of bad that's what we need. It's
I
like,
know.
No, you're in the team. Show something.
It's
and
crazy,
like,
man.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, let's talk about it again. We'll talk about ins and outs.
Ins and outs.
If Flynn does not get a game, something's wrong.
He's surely coming back. You can lock that in.
If I'm on the selection committee, I'm walking into the Eagles thing and I'm getting
He's the number 1 player.
I'm getting my little fucking magnet and it's got Flynn on it and I'm putting him on the board first because he should be the first pick this week.
Yep.
And if that doesn't happen, something's wrong. Kelly probably comes back, and he's probably going to come back for Davis because he's just been a sub. Like,
yeah, and then
whatever.
Clay Hall, does he keep his spot? Hopefully.
In my mind, Hall keeps his spot over so many more players.
Yeah, and then maybe just put a new guy in the sub vest. Grego, there's a guy called Luca Grego.
Yeah, Luca Grego.
Give him a shot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, I mean, Hall comes... Kelly probably comes back. Davis probably goes out. Hall, maybe Hutch, maybe even Gross goes to sub. Gross shouldn't go to sub, but
no way he's
who
going to
knows?
sub. He's playing.
Then who else have we got?
You still got the young forwards. Not sure if they improve. They should probably stay down.
I don't know.
Noah Long should probably stay down.
Williams might. Jack Williams
might.
He might get dropped, but who comes in for him?
Who's a pinch hit ruckman?
Well. Drop Williams, bring in Flynn, put Bailey Williams forward, and Bailey Williams pinch it rucks.
Oh, you see, that's an option.
You know, that's an option.
I don't even like that option.
I don't even like that
prefer
option.
Jack Williams to stay forward and be pinch hitter.
And Archer Reid as well.
Jack's actually a good pinch hitter. I like when Jack goes and pinch hits in the ruck.
And we've got Archer Reid doing it as well. So.
Oh, of course. Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. But they play seniority, it seems. So you'd think Jack Williams goes. In defence, I mean, McGovern's not coming back.
Defence stays.
Not really. What the
Essendon.
What the fuck's up with Bo Allen? Is he dead? Like,
no, he's recovering. There's no point flying him over on the plane. There was no point. I think they were just resting him from his fucking losing 5 kilos or some shit.
He's been playing in the waffle.
I wonder how he went on the waffle actually in the weekend.
I didn't check stats, but I mean,
they're not rushing him. I guess,
but like
they're bringing him for sure this weekend. I keep saying it every week, but.
I don't know.
There's a reason. There's definitely a good reason.
I hope so.
There has to be.
I really hope so. Because
It's weird.
He did lose a bit of weight, and I even gave him penance for that. Because I was like, the dude lost he had a real bad gastro thing, whatever. But sorry, you recover from that in a week, 2 weeks tops, 2 weeks tops, and he's been in not at all. So
It's strange, isn't it?
it's really odd that he's
Our
not getting
top
a game.
fucking draft pick, which we would have picked probably if he was in the top 10. If we had a top 10 draft pick, we probably would have picked him.
Yeah, and
And we were lucky to get him at like 16 or whatever it was.
yeah, because when I remember chatting to you
Yeah.
about it when he dropped that far down because it was Adelaide. Was it Adelaide we were worried
Yep.
about? Or was it Saints?
It was Adelaide, yeah.
It was one of those two teams, and we were like, shit, they might take him. They didn't. We're like,
Or
fuck, we
Saints,
might get him.
yeah.
We're like, yeah, wicked, let's go. And then we just like, yeah, you got sick. And now we're not going to play you because we're just going to put in someone that does fuck all every week.
And maybe he's just limited minutes in the waffle as well, just to get it back. I don't know, man.
I don't know. He should like
If anyone's got any info, drop it in because we are lost. for
Mitchell Hayden,
Bowen.
mate. Big shout out to Mitchell
He
Hayden.
knows his stuff.
Mitch,
Mitchell Hayden.
we noticed you're back. We noticed you found the new Facebook page. Thanks. We've been trying to get the word out and stuff. But yeah, we noticed you jumped in and put a few comments. So it's good to see you back in the chat. And
In case you didn't know, that other Facebook page got completely banned. Can't use it anymore.
completely banned for
Impersonating, which
Fuck no, sorry.
kind of makes sense. Like West Coast Eagles podcast,
Yeah.
winging it. So unless the actual official West Coast Eagles podcast, winging it, put a complaint in,
Yeah, but
that's impersonating.
If they did, we can go
That's
back on that
impersonating.
because we had ours first.
With
so-
what? We're just doing this for fun.
No, you could literally go back and check the date of when we started
could,
it,
yeah.
so they can the females can-
Professional
can
sporting
play
team to a
ours.
couple of blokes in a game room.
Couple blokes in the game room win.
That'd be
Well, that's-
wicked. Let's sue them.
No, actually, we would win. We'd do better than what they're doing. Anyway, but no, look, yeah. So anyway, cheers for
That's
refining us anyway, Aiden. Yeah, look, so
That's it. What else?
golden tip time.
Or a bit of Supercoach chat.
Oh, Supercoach chat. Obviously,
it's early days.
Obviously, it's in the middle of the round. My team is doing dog balls this week.
Dog balls.
Dog
Right,
balls.
cool.
I am just like all my uniques are just. I should probably still win just because the person I'm playing, has a couple of odd picks, really odd picks. But I bring in Jordan Dawson from Adelaide, who'd been dominating. He scores 60. Clayton Oliver's getting tagged out.
Did you
of the
only just bring
game.
Dawson in?
Brought him in this
Oh,
week
wow.
because I had Will Day, but Will Day.
Yeah, I did have to get rid of him as well.
Yeah, but he had the.
See,
and you know
I
what?
did a unique one. I brought in from Will Day. I brought in Hewitt from Carlton.
Do you know?
Basically, only because he's versing the Eagles. I was like, fuck, he's going to score wickedly, and he's been scoring good anyway.
Yeah,
And he's
but
a unique player.
I literally out of all of my players, I had like 5 I was choosing from.
Yep.
One was him,
Oh,
Hewitt. I thought Anderson
yeah.
from Gold Coast. I thought Ralph from Gold Coast because Gold Coast
Yeah.
are flying and they both did good. Actually, those 3 players all did good. I thought Holmes from Geelong.
Yeah, man, I love
Holmes been
Holmes.
flying, but I didn't bring him in. Dawson had also been flying. Dawson had been averaging more than all of those guys, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to bring in Dawson. He's also
Yeah.
only 500 something. He's
Yeah.
cheaper than some of them. I'm like, yep, that's a sweet pick, and then he just does nothing, and I'm like, I mean, look, it was a bad game. He's going to do good for the rest of the season, but
Yeah.
I just bring him in this
When you
week. and he
just
does
bring them
that.
in, they do that. It sucks.
Yeah, but yeah, I should still win my super coach.
Yeah,
How are you looking?
Up in the air because I've had to do a loophole play, so the score doesn't really come in, right?
Now that you've done it properly.
Well, yes, I was a bit worried about that. So I loopholed, 134 from, what's his name?
Yeah, I haven't done my captain
From
yet.
Hewitt. So I took Hewitt's score.
I'll probably do Sarong as my captain simply because they're
You have
playing
to.
Richmond.
Safe as well.
It's a pretty safe pick. So,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
See what happens.
golden tip.
Golden tip
Last week we'd not got anywhere close. I said the Eagles will win, and you said we'd lose by 20. So we were fucking miles off. We don't win it. We don't deserve it.
What was the stat? Do you remember your stat?
Oh, it was.
Oh, I
something
said Gross to kick some ass again.
Yeah,
which he
you
did.
said Gross. He did, but I think you put a.
I think I win, actually. Where's my $30
No,
voucher?
did you put a goal in? We'll have to
I said like 25 touches or something with Gross maybe, but he got like, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, but your margin was 20 and the margin
I
was
know.
70.
Well, I win.
The margin's got to be with. Oh, you win because you can't win. And we said the
Yeah.
margin's going to be within about 5.
And I said Carlton going to get back in form due to us, and guess what? Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I think I had
You had
I
a
had
cuff. We never write them down anyway. It doesn't
we
matter.
didn't, but I had a unique player. It was a defender.
Mm.
It was a defender doing something. It was a Jimby or it was a someone.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
had a unique
It was a
one.
very unique
With efficiency
one.
of like 85%. or
Yes,
something.
that was it. 85%. You know who it was? It was fucking Kelly.
Oh, okay, Jesus. Yeah, he would redeem himself.
Redeem himself,
yeah.
get all
And
his
he got fucking
disposals,
left right out.
85%, and they just fucking dropped him. So I could not win.
You were
Yep.
probably pretty far away from it, actually. Yeah, good job.
I couldn't have been further, actually.
Brendan Sharp did put a tip in.
Why did he
He
go?
said Carlton by like 60 or something.
60.
No, 40. I can't remember.
Oh, check it, because if he put
No,
60,
I think I have checked it already, and
Okay,
he was
okay.
off.
He was off.
I don't think he gets it. Because he said, really interesting golden tip from this player stat. He's definitely off. But a quick check just in case. Oh, we've got a couple more new followers during the day, which is good. So if you're first watching it, welcome. Comment from Brendan Sharp. Guys, $30 gift voucher every single week. Put it in.
Yeah, put it in.
Explain it.
Tell your friends to put it in. Yeah, the gift voucher. So the golden tip every week. We have a little segment of the golden tip. You give us who's going to win the game. It's probably not going to be Eagles, but if it's the other team, that's fine. But tell us who's going to win. Tell us how much they're going to win by. And a unique player stat. Waterman's going to kick 5 goals. McGovern's going to get 10 intercept marks. Something like that. Yep. Whatever it is.
And for instance, Brendan Sharp did put it in. Carlton by 40 points.
Yep.
Waterman and Allen both to kick 2 goals.
Yeah, so no, Waterman got none and Allen got 1.
But I do have to check something else because I'm pretty sure Mitchell Aiden put one in on a previous post.
Oh, check that out then.
Yeah, he dropped it on like another last
on the wrong one
episode or something.
Okay, yeah. So you put it in before bounce down. We put up a post for it as long as you get your tip in before bounce down. And if you say, for instance, an example, if you say Eagles to win by 15 points and they win by 13, you say Waterman to kick 4 goals, he kicks 3, we're going to give it to you because that's pretty damn close and it's pretty hard to do. In our entire time of doing this, we've only given it away twice.
We thought it was going to go away a lot easier.
Yeah, we were like, oh, good, we have to check the bank budget after this because we might be busting a little bit, but now we...
Twice ever.
We just twice ever. And usually we will do a guaranteed giveaway one week. That's not going to be soon. It won't probably
halfway.
Till about the bars, sometime around the bars we'll do one if it hasn't gone off before then. But yeah, if you do win it, you get yourself a $30 gift voucher to Dan Murphy's or to wherever you want to spend your money is up to you. Hey, now, whoa. We got to do our golden tips.
Oh, whoa.
Holy shit.
Yeah, okay,
jumping
cool.
the gun, son.
My golden tippo. I was just getting that music, warming it up, baby. My golden tip will be, so we're back home.
Producer on this.
Essendon, Friday night. Yeah, okay. All right. Are we going to get a win? Probably not. but I'll say it again. We're going to put up a fight.
The suspense was great.
Yeah, we're going to put up a fight.
You did put up a fight last week. Holy shit. What are you doing now, dude? What are you playing?
The suspense for the golden tip. Doggo's golden tip, baby, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Look here. This is what's going to happen. Nostradamus time.
Is that new?
No, it's been there for ages.
Oh,
just never used it. And
it's very
I'm
loud.
going to tip. And it's going to come true. Harley Reid, 25 touches, 2 goals running off the halfback and pinch it in the centre. And the West Coast Eagles to lose by 3 points. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
Wow.
What do you got, Arbs?
I don't mind that. Look, I had optimism and I want to tip them. I just can't. I don't see. Holy shit! Did you just put random stuff on one time there? Yeah. Look, I wanted to see how we perform this week and to be optimistic with it, but I just can't. We lose. We honestly lose by 35. I don't even think it's gonna be close. I want us to win, and this is the thing we have to start. This is just for the golden tip. I want us to win.
I know.
So bad. I want us to put up a fight. I want to see effort. I want all that sort of stuff. But I just don't see it at the moment, so I can't. So my golden tip is we lose by 35 points.
Okay.
But I do think Ryan is going to have a good game. He's going to have 15-3.
15-3 for... yeah, okay,
Very
cool.
nice, yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. Yep.
Very nice, mate.
Yes.
All right, and the crowd also agrees. Thank you very much for that, guys.
You're over there.
God.
Dear me. Yeah, look, so this will probably be our last show for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We'll have a break next week.
And the next one after that, I'm only going to be on it for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to get a substitute.
We might be at a substitute. Might get Sharpie in.
Yep, Sharpie if you listen.
Maybe Big Dog Rob can do a special
I can get
appearance.
Big Dog Rob on.
Big Dog Rob might want to.
It's been a while. I wonder if he'll jump
a hot
on.
minute.
Okay.
But yeah, I will be dialing in for a small portion of it to
Yeah, that'd be cool.
give my rundown and
Yeah.
and yep,
I'm going to look forward to that.
will be fun.
Until next time, winging it.
Are off to cry.
I'm going to grab another beer.
Indeed. Have a good one, guys.
From the glory days to every game day high, we break it down, our voices reaching the sky. Not afraid to tell it like it is on the pod. Eagles in our heart, that's the whole squad. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer. From the glory days to every game day high, we break it down, our voices reaching the sky. Not afraid to tell it like it is on the pod. Eagles in our heart, that's the whole squad. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking footy facts, riding every Eagles track. Fans since the start, shouting loud and clear. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer. Winging it together, grab a beer, grab a beer, grab a beer. Eagles tales, the ups and downs we share. Every play remembered like we were there. Mates on a journey through seasons lost and won. Winging it forever till our races run. Winging it, we never holding back. Talking for